Hello everybody, and welcome down to the next instalment of the Real North Ender podcast with me, your host, Darren Watson. And today we've got two pre-season friendly games to talk about, one at Bamber Bridge and last night at Chorley FC. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, we start with Bamber Bridge on the Tuesday night. The club put a post out on the socials that it would be the youth team that would be playing that game at Bamber Bridge. Usually we do play or have done in the past, a strong starting 11 team against Bamber Bridge. You know, they like to get the money through the doors, get a good gate on, they rely on it really. But again, from the other side of it as well, I can see why we didn't play, our starting 11 or a stronger team. Obviously for wanting to get the kids a bit of a run out and also saving obviously the legs for the players and obviously the new players that have come in for, a test on obviously the Wednesday night against Chorley. But again, sticking with the Tuesday night game, it was 2-1 to Bamber Bridge, and the youth team played really well. I've got to give credit to their goalkeeper, Bamber Bridge, because he was very strong, very calm as well. And obviously they played a full strength team, Bamber Bridge, and I wish them all the best for the season going ahead. But yeah, they did really well, and it was good to see the your youth lads get a good run out. How often do we go and watch our youth team play? As fans of the club, not that often. I for one, I don't get the time or go to the youth games. But yeah, they really impressed me. Some of the young lads are quite fast. Got quite a lot of pace in it, but again, you could just see that just about getting the legs in and getting the getting back into the swing of things. But the first team was in attendance at that game against Bamber Bridge. The weather held up. It was a decent day. Sun was shining, and the team were out. Obviously, you can look on my socials. Well, I've got a video log of the day there on my YouTube and almost other socials you can have a look at if you weren't there. A couple of players were there walking past. They were signing autographs and signing shirts, meeting fans, taking pictures, waiting for videos and stuff as well. So yeah, it was good to see them in attendance. And then that moves us on to the Wednesday night against Chorley FC, the game last night that just happened. Very good. I've got to admit that it's very good to see familiar faces back, football's back. Seeing obviously, a couple of players that were still injured. So, Mads Frockier and also Rory Brady are currently still injured. I'm obviously easing them back into obviously training and getting them back to full fitness before putting them into obviously pre-season training, games, etc. So, players now. Ofaya played the first half of the game. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. He was very, very confident. He looked like when we first got Gibson from Plymouth and how confident he was on the ball and how much he wanted just to hold the ball, put his foot on the ball, look up and say, right, where am I going to pass it to next? He's not one of these defenders who just gets the ball and has to smack it upfield because, he doesn't want, any pressure. He thrives off pressure, does Gibson, and also Ofaya looks like really, really strong, honestly. I know it's very, very early days yet, and then obviously I don't want to, hype him up too soon. But I'm looking forward to seeing him progress in these next couple of games going forward in pre-season. He looks very strong. He's fast as well. He is fast, and he's just very, very confident on the ball. And it's what I like to see. He likes to receive the ball. He's not shy of just passing it out and then standing away and only getting involved when the time comes. He wants to be involved. He wants to be involved in the play. Give me the ball. I'm going to go and pass it that way. I'm going to go pass it that way. Always looking forward as well. He was looking for Osmajic and everything all the time. All the time. It was really good to see. And Daniel Iverson as well, back in goal, made a really good save. It would have been a goal if obviously, he didn't save it. He had to be really good reactions right down to his feet to save it as well. And it's just really good to see him back. Again, he's another one that's very confident, wants to come out, collect the ball, catch it, in the air as it's coming in for a cross, and then quick at distributing as well. And his distribution, I know when we were playing Chorley, and we've got to give, credit to Chorley as well. And I know it's just pre-season friendly, but his distribution's brilliant as well from Daniel Iverson. And it's just really good to see him back in the Preston North End shirt and the goal as well. He just looks happy. Looks happy to be playing football, and that's what we want. And we want more of the same from him as well going into the season, because he is going to be our number one goalkeeper. And it's just really, really good to see. So the first half ended 0-0. And we changed the team again, obviously at half time. Dyer Cornell was in net for the second half, and also a couple of Thierry Small started as well, and it was really good to see Thierry Small play. And again, I'm going to say it, we've got a really, really good player there in Thierry Small. The club has done brilliant bit of business there to get him in and tie him down to a 4-year contract, even though Charlton obviously got promotion to the Championship. He's a brilliant player. He really, really is. And again, it's pre-season, and people say, well, it's a bit too early, but just that half that he started on the left, and halfway through the second half they moved into the right, and he put an absolute shift in. It was getting down the wing, it was beating players. He wanted the ball to his feet, and he wanted to get to the touch line and then just beat players. He's very fast as well. He's another player that is fast. He's fast. He wants the ball. He's the same with the fire as well. He's confident on the ball. He wants the ball. He wants to receive it, and he wants to look forward as well, which is really, really good to see in this obviously North End side that we want to have. We want an attacking North End side, don't we? That goes out and scores goals, and it's looking good. It is really looking good from the players we've got. Also, Paul Valentin as well played second half, and his cross, actually, I think it was his cross that made Todd Arson's goal. He looks fast as well, coming back into defend, coming into that centre back role when obviously players were pushing up more upfield, and obviously getting out on that wing as well. But another versatile player, and it was really, really good to see him play. And he's another one that's fast as well. And to get him on a free transfer, I think it's a brilliant bit of business. Brilliant bit of business there, and I can see him. If he continues the way he's going, he puts good shifting in pre-season. I think Paul Heckingbottom's got a bit of a job on his hands of who's going to be in the starting 11, because I think going into the next season, fans are going to be surprised. It's not going to be the same team sheet that we're used to. Looking on the hour before the kickoff and looking on your phone and thinking, oh yeah, well, it's the same team. We've brought these players in now for change, and this is what we're going to have next season. Yes, it's only been the first team game pre-season. Don't talk too early and all that, but again, I'm really looking forward to Liverpool. Obviously, the lads go out to Benidorm after that, or playing Valencia over there, and I'm really looking forward then to coming back. Lads having a bit of obviously more trading, and then Bolton. I think the game against Bolton, our last pre-season friendly game, is going to be one of the tests one of the times where we look at the team sheet and say, right, well, that's going to be our starting 11 going into QPR away. And Paul Heckingbottom was going to have a job on his hands, because we've got some more players coming in. Obviously, Daniel Jebison's back now from the Gold Cup in Canada. He was in training the other day. Obviously, he'll be integrated in with the team and integrated in with the pre-season friendlies, and hopefully seeing what he's like as well. I'm hoping we'll see him at Liverpool on Sunday. Hopefully get some minutes on the pitch, maybe in the second half. But he's another one to look forward to as well. But again, all credit to Chorley FC. They played really well, and I think they had a couple of trialists on in the second half. But again, sorry, I'm going to mention it as well. Stefan Todd Arson, he's really settled in from obviously his first season in the Championship, and what a player he is. He's fast, he's strong, he's everything you want in a midfielder. He comes back and helps out, and obviously in that CDM role, and then he can go forward and attack as well. Brilliant player, and he's going to be one of the ones next season where we're going to think, oh, do you know what? We're going to not base the team around him, but he's going to be in that team as like a cornerstone, really. And it's going to be exciting to see him with Mads when he's fit as well again next season, but with Thierry Small, Paul Valentin, and obviously the attacking force as well, obviously, because we're supposed to be getting some new strikers in. It's really exciting times. Maybe it is a bit too early to speak on the subject of how well we're going to do going into next season. But we've got to look at it. We've got to look at the pre-season game and what we just had. Yes, it was against Chorley. We do need a bigger test against better teams. That's no offence to Chorley or Bamber Bridge. But when we get these tests like Liverpool, and obviously we go out and we play, at the end of this, to end of the pre-season tour, when we play Bolton, that's going to be another test as well. A League One team that wants to obviously fight for promotion back to the Championship again. That's going to be a test. But yeah, it's looking good. It is really, really looking good. And I'm really looking forward to it. So if you are at Liverpool, I will see you all then. It'd be good to be back at home, won't it? After a long time. It feels like ages since the last home game of the season. It'd be good to get them doors open at Deepdale again and see you all there. And I think that's a really good time to end this podcast now. So if you follow me on those socials, thank you. But if you want to drop me a follow, it's The Real North Ender. I'm on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. Go and find me, The Real North Ender. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Thank you.